Hello, I'm Joachim Duplessis. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Following a drastic reduction in the homicide rate for the last 6 months of 2023, a decrease of some 48%, the criminals are at it again in 2024. 7 people have been murdered and we are just in the third week of the new year. The government responded to the upsurge in deadly violence in early 2023 by enacting new legislation that further empowered the police in places declared escalated crime zones and provided the Royal St. Lucia Police Force with additional vehicles and other resources. Some have criticized the police for their lack of visibility. So we ask, do you think a greater presence of the police in the communities will result in a decrease in criminal activities? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
Oh yes, my brother, definitely. I mean, when you walk around and people who don't obey the law or want to do what they want, and they see policemen around, definitely it would help reduce crime in this country.
I feel that's a regurgitation. The people that's asking the question need to do a little better. I mean, so much thing that's going on in the country. And straight no, greater police presence will not and has not done. I've seen police presence in the town and still it occurs. And with the police presence, what time are they doing those patrols? Because most of the time the patrols are being done at the times when the guys are not active. What about the non-active times when they should be patrolling late at night? And even when they patrol late at night, not that they do not do late patrols, but when they do these late patrols, it's ineffective. One van passing down the street, 4 guys inside of it, everybody could hear a vehicle coming. Come on, common sense. So I'm saying the more police presence does not help. We need programs, we need a multiple step of thing, not just one thing at a time. I mean, what's the brain of the country? I mean, we're going down St. Lucia. We need to play more pesa.
It will help in a way, but it's not the police presence that will not help. But the penalty they put in on the people, they have to give them something. When they go inside there, for them, when they come out, to think of, if I come out there, I'm not going back inside of there.
Yes, I think so. With the presence of the police, the public will be more aware.
Yes, I think so. But do we have enough policemen? And the crime is widespread all over the country. It will be difficult for police to be everywhere, as the criminals are one step ahead of the police. They seem to always know where the police is, and they all spread out. So it would be very difficult for the police to control the situation now. Hopefully more police presence will abate it to a certain extent.
But of course, that will help us. And good police, we need nice police. Police that say morning when they meet Mr. Loai. Morning, Mr. Loai. That's all we need, good police. And more present and more police. Yeah, there are too many bad boys around. I support in that.
Oh, certainly, I think we need to go back to the basics, because that's what previously obtained in times past, 2-3 decades ago. And it greatly helped the development of the community, where people respected each other. When they saw the police moving about, there seemed to be a level of respect and understanding. But now, since it was no more, we saw this escalation in disrespect and disregard for people. But I think their presence in the community should help alleviate the situation. Though not greatly, but I think it will be a start towards helping, getting things better.
Oui, moi c'est ça nga bien l'idée tout ça moi veut tout c'est bon because tout ces policiers yo manière qu'on nous voit yo pas assez policiers à
Not really, because you're dealing with an element of people who are not afraid of law enforcement. After they figure out how the police patrol, it will increase. But you have to look at the source of how do we get them away from the crime scenes? How do we make them better people? Do we implement after-school programs? Do we implement investment programs in these young men? Because they're hungry. So we can hope the increased police will do something, but we have to try and nip it at the bud instead of just instill fear into people.
Yeah, Desmond, definitely. No matter what, people are afraid of the police, and the uniform commands respect. If we put more boots on the ground, especially in a hotspot, it would curb crime. I'm not saying it will stop, but it would curb crime. We need more boots and more police presence on the ground.
Thanks for those responses. Now to our new discussion. St. Lucia celebrates Nobel Laureate Month in January with activities highlighting the works of the late Sir Derek Walcott, who was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1992, and the late Sir Arthur Lewis, who was awarded the Nobel Prize for Economics in 1979. There will be the customary lectures and other activities held throughout the island. This year's lecture will be delivered on Tuesday, 23rd of January, which is Nobel Laureate Day, by Dr. James Fletcher, a former government minister and climate change consultant. So we ask, are you satisfied with the level of programs and activities for Nobel Laureate Month? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsalucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.